welcome to Vegas Live with Ninon. I'm Ninon, your host, and I have this fabulous guy, Mario. And Mario, I just found out, I always thought you were a comedian more than a singer, but I should know better.
Well, I am mostly a singer.
Yeah, I know. They just told me that, but I should know that because he just sang to me in the.
I did.
We're down here at the Hartland Mansion, and the foyer out there is absolutely amazing.
The acoustics
and
are
the
great.
acoustics, and you said to me, you were looking all around. You said, "I'm going to sing you a song," and I said, "Oh, okay." And I thought, but he's a comedian. See how you can be mistaken?
I can be mistaken.
So you might be missing out.
I'm mistaken for Jabba the Hutt all the time. They think I'm,
Because you were just telling me you're in the elevator, and when you go into an elevator, you talk to everybody in the
I
elevator.
do. As soon as the doors close, I turn to them and say, I suppose you're all wondering why I asked you here. And generally you get a laugh.
I was going to say, but what do they do? Usually, a lot of them when I address, I was talking in the elevator, and they look at you like you're completely nuts, and they, oh, they're off the rocker.
Well, that's true. It's true. Well, I'm a big man, and I have a big, deep voice. So I think I frighten them a little bit sometimes.
Yes.
And I already look like I'm in the Cosa Nostra,
Are you going to sing for me?
Sure, I can sing for you.
Oh, we're in for a treat. Oh,
I don't normally sit and sing, but I'll sit and sing for you. I will absolutely do it for you right now. Do you like Frank Sinatra?
I like whatever you want to sing to me, sing to me.
Well, since there's a painting of Frank right over there in the other part of the room there.
Yes, there is actually. Right
and I have not warmed up, so this is my caveat.
You haven't warmed up, but it's hot enough in Vegas.
It is. It was so hot last week here in Vegas. Yeah. I saw a dog chasing the cat, and they were both walking.
See? And this is why I said I thought he was a comedian. Am I not mistaken?
Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you.
Oh, isn't that amazing? Oh, I love it.
Go on.
You sing a cappella, no instruments, no nothing, and sitting down. See how great he is, absolutely. Now, you are appearing, I believe, this Friday somewhere.
This Friday, I am in Boulder City.
Yeah, Boulder City.
Funnily enough, which is a word I've just coined, it's about 30 minutes for the Strip.
Yes.
My friend Sam Wagmeister said, Mario, I'm going to come and see your show. Don't be offended if I leave after my meal.
Yes.
He stayed the entire 3 hours. He's been there 6 times.
Is your show 3 hours?
It's a 3-hour show.
You do a 3-hour show?
I do a
3-hour
Just
show?
me.
That's a long time.
That's a lot of singing and jokes.
That's a lot of singing, a lot of jokes. Yes. I know one person that does that. Wes Winters does the same thing. He plays the piano for 3 hours solid. And I always think, how can they do that for 3 hours? That's a long time.
My brother, who is a now retired concert pianist, he came to one of my shows. He said, how many songs did you sing in this show? And I said, probably close to 40. He said, shame on you. What are you doing to your voice?
Well,
and then he says, how do you remember all those lyrics?
Well, that's what, I've always wanted to be a singer, but I've always been afraid that I'm never going to remember all the words. How do you, what is this? Come on,
there is a technique, actually. And in fact, my good friend Rita Lim, who is a wonderful jazz singer here in Las Vegas.
Yes, she is.
And she posted something about how do you memorize songs? So I threw in my 2 cents, and here I was an actor for many years.
Okay.
As you can see, I'm rich and famous from that endeavor, and not.
That's not the. Oh yes, you are.
Oh no, I mean, but as far as an actor, I mean, I pursued an acting career in Hollywood and didn't do a lot. I do voiceover work and did a lot of stage.
I can understand the voiceover work, and with your voice, wow.
Yes. Well, my mother said I had a face for radio, so I got in the business as well.
I hope that little joke didn't pass by.
I forgot what I was telling you. Oh, so this is what I do. Of course, you want to make sure that the person who wrote the lyrics, I want to honor that.
Of course.
I don't change too much. Yeah, not too much. Sinatra was known for almost every performance. He changed something around just to make it different.
To make it his.
To make it his own.
Yes.
And the greats like Cole Porter and Gershwin who wrote these great songs. But there are the lyrics go on, and it's telling the story. So in my head, I play a little movie. And every time, and there are songs, Ray Price did a song, this was Jim Reeves' song, Welcome to My World. And there was a part there that says, "Welcome to my world, won't you come on in?" It says, "Leave your cares behind." So I'm picturing this big giant heart. There's a door, step into my heart.
Yes.
And he's got a satchel that says cares on it. And he leaves it behind outside of the heart. You see, leave your cares behind.
Yes.
To this day, and I've been singing that song for 20 years.
So you relate that. So I actually do a lot of that, but not in my singing world, because I don't have a singing world. But I do that a lot, relating to things, to remember names, or to remember phone numbers, or to remember all that. But I often wondered how a lot of these singers, to sing 40 songs in one night, and if you're doing a performance for 3 or 4 days, you've got to change up some of those songs.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So, the big question, how many songs do you think you have memorized?
I know almost exactly.
Oh.
About 350 songs where I know them word for word.
350 songs?
Yeah.
Well, that's a talent in itself.
Well, I would think that just having a good memory for that kind of thing is helpful, and having memorized scripts for many years.
I was going to say that too, but also sort of, if you love it, you love singing.
I do.
So you love what you do. When you love what you do, there's not work.
I do. I really do.
Yeah.
Love to make people laugh, because when people are laughing, they feel good about themselves. They're forgetting their troubles.
I was just talking about that with my last guest, that we always feel bad about ourselves. We've got to start feeling good about ourselves.
Yeah,
it's like having little more jokes, more things.
I'm
more fun.
hardwired to not, if there's something upsetting to me, I'm hardwired to trying to get out of that feeling as quickly as possible.
Yes, because it's not going to make any difference.
It's not going to make
It's not going to make any difference to your life. It really doesn't matter at all. So when did you start this career as knowing that you are a singer?
I started singing professionally at 48 years old.
I thought he was going to say like 8, 9, 10 years old.
No, my little sister's a professional singer. She started singing professionally at 13. She was the family singer.
Okay.
Mario.
And then you came, and then,
Mario
came along.
Many years
Mario came along.
I was convinced.
A few years later.
Someone heard me singing somewhere at a community event in California. They said, "Do you sing professionally?" I said, "No." "Well, you should be." Oh, it sounded like John Wayne for a second. "Well, you should be, Pilgrim."
Well, you do voices. He does Rodney James.
I do about 50 impressions.
50? You do 50?
50,
all right. Well, what
James Mason.
James Mason. All right.
Remember him?
Yeah.
Could you see him? He's this, the British stiff upper lip kind of guy.
Yeah.
Could you see him as one of the Three Stooges? He'd be like, "Larry, Curly, I'm going to have to beat you both about the head, you see." And Michael York sounds a bit like, "Austin, that's my mother."
That's that. Why did you take on the British? Well, that's one of them.
Well, as a very young boy, my little sister and I, we loved watching old movies, Ronald Colman, and just the old.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, great stuff. If it was black and white, we're going to watch it. We eat popcorn Saturday nights. We would sit at home.
Enjoy it, and absolutely love it.
And but we really love, the Americans love the British accent anyway.
I know, why do they like this? But they always say, every time you've got a British accent. I say, yes, you're absolutely right. I do have one.
You're automatically smarter than me.
Yeah, smarter than me. But I don't have an accent. You have an accent.
Yeah, we have an accent.
Yes, you have an accent.
Yeah.
So when you started out on this, did you start out doing films, or were you a comedian, or obviously 48?
Well, I was in the Air Force, and I got out of the Air Force, and I decided I would start pursuing voiceover work.
Oh, you must have been a sergeant or something in the Air Force.
Yeah, I was just a little guy.
You were never a little guy, believe me.
I was what they called a crew chief on fighter jets.
Oh, okay.
And I was stationed in Germany and in Florida.
Okay, so is that where you learned German?
Yes.
Yeah, I figured, that was...
Yeah, I brought a souvenir home. Her name was Ulrika.
As a wife, actually, wasn't it? Wife?
Yeah, she was my wife.
So
and we had a son. We had a son named Richard, and she moved back to Germany after we split up, and he stayed with me.
Oh, how
so
lovely.
He would visit Germany every summer. So he'd come back every summer. His German was just a little bit better. So we both still speak it to each other.
And he's still around with you?
Yes, yeah. Well, he's in Burbank, California.
Oh,
all my kids grew up in Burbank.
Oh, well, hang on a second. I thought there's one. Now we go. Oh, how many kids do you have?
I have 3 kids, one of each.
Oh, how lovely. One of each. Okay. You work that one out. I'm not going to work it out. You work that one out.
My son is 35. I have a daughter who's 28, and one who will be 25 on Lana's birthday, July 19th.
Oh, July 19th. I thought you were going to say June 19th.
No, is that your birthday?
June 19th, my birthday's coming up.
Oh, coming up next. Is it Wednesday?
I don't know, in a few days. But I'll be 39 and holding. I've been 39 and holding for quite a long time.
We have a joke when I'm in Branson. Everybody shares this joke, and you go to a lady and say, "Now, a gentleman does not ask a lady her age. So, how much do you weigh?"
I'm not telling you that either.
Right.
They're getting anything out of me. Actually, my weight is okay, so I don't really have
to.
No,
you never ask a heavy person.
No. You never talk about weight when there's a heavy person around. around.
Right.
But sometimes you want to talk about, things that, wait a second, I can't use
That's
those
for
words,
sure.
and I can't say this, and I can't say that, and I just get out of the
Rodney
conversation.
Dangerfield had a funny bit about being fat. He said, let me tell you, I was very fat. I was so fat I stood alone on the street corner. A cop drive by and said, hey, break it up, will you? I stepped on a scale, a little sign popped out that said, hey, one at a time.
See, isn't he great? He's wonderful. So
Very
you put all this together in your 3-hour act.
I do.
You say you're doing more singing than you are doing...
Much more singing.
Much more singing.
Well, I have the
more
luxury.
Comfortable.
Yes, and some of the venues don't lend themselves to comedy because people are talking to each other.
Well, that's true, too.
You have to have
now,
I
know you haven't been in Vegas that long, have you?
2 years.
2 years. Yeah. And how's it treating you? Are you okay?
It's a difficult town. It's
it caught on to him as well.
Yeah.
It's a very hard town.
I have met a lot of people, and we've become friends.
Will?
Well, Bill Medley from the Righteous Brothers is a good friend of mine.
Okay.
And the new Righteous brother, Bucky Hurd.
We've got to get them on the show.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, and Bucky is one of my closest friends.
Okay.
And I got to know Bill and Bucky in Branson, Missouri.
Okay.
And when they opened up at Harrah's a couple of years ago, and they came out, they kind of put the bug in my ear and said, well...
Why don't you come out here and see how...
How's
it been going with getting bookings and performing?
I get some bookings here and there, but right this summer I will be doing my business out of Branson and flying back to Vegas about once or twice a month to do Vegas shows, because I have shows in Minnesota, Wisconsin, Nebraska,
so you have
Iowa.
You have a manager, you have an agent, or you do it all yourself?
I do both.
Both.
I work harder than they do.
You always do. I mean, that's just the way it goes, Right. But it's always good to have.
I'm always with me, so
you don't have to find you.
Yeah.
I don't call you and say, "Where am I?"
Yeah, believe me, I'm easy to find.
Easy to find. So you're appearing this Friday.
Friday.
Where?
It's at Vinny's from 6 to 9, just as you enter Boulder City.
Okay.
And it's literally, I'm on the east end of town.
Is it a restaurant?
Yes,
okay.
Italian.
Restaurant.
Chicago style. If you love a deep dish Chicago pizza, it is to die for.
Okay.
But they have the rest of the whole Italian, which you expect to see there. Calzone and veal parmigiana and all that great stuff. And I've got a good following there. I mean, it's usually a packed house on Friday nights when I'm there.
And anything else coming up?
Next in July, I'll be coming back and doing some things like at the Tropicana. I will be.
So
I'll be traveling quite a bit for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
I do a winter tour, which usually starts by New Year's Eve, December 31st, down in South Texas.
Oh, wow.
Where I sing mostly country music.
Oh, dear.
I know I don't look like a country music guy.
No, you don't. You don't look like it. You don't sound like it.
I eat something sour. I look like Robert De Niro.
Oh, yeah, you do. Because he was just on television. That's
just
what
Mario?
That's exactly what he looks like.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Isn't that funny? I had a mole right here. You had my mole. My mole.
He's fabulous, isn't he? Wonderful. Absolutely. How can anybody book you? Get hold of you?
Well, you can call me. We can go to MarioShowbiz.com.
MarioShowbiz.com.
You can call me at 702-806-8690.
Okay.
And I stand on the corner of Charleston. I'm just kidding.
Oh, is that the corner I'm on? I've never seen you there.
Yeah, every other week I'm there.
Oh, that's why. I'm on the other week.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing, Mario. Thank you for coming on the show.
A delight.
Isn't he amazing? He's just great. Great talent. We'll be right back with our next guest.
Thank you.